taken your corona injections, vaccination twice, all of you. So you have got to be very careful because you have come from different places, you came traveling in buses, trains, you don't know where the virus is. The virus is like caste. Coronavirus is like caste. It is everywhere. And it will kill whom it wants. Now I'll keep this and speak because you know the reason why I do that. Your director had corona recently. And it might be there in the mic.
I spoke last time. He spoke.
Huh?
No, after we, Dr. Sudarshan spoke, any of us could have had it.
ఆయన కరోనా వచ్చింది సుదర్శన్ ఆయన ఎప్పుడు మాస్క్ పెట్టుకోడు హీ డజంట్ యూజ్ మాస్క్ సో కరోనా డిడ్ నాట్ లీవ్ హిమ్ నౌ ఐఎమ్ సో టచ్డ్ టుడే by these two girls. These two girls came from orphan institutions, right? They lost their mother, their father. వీళ్ళిద్దరికి అమ్మ నాన్న లేరు ఆర్ఫన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ పెరిగింది. But when Soumya asked who will read, they came for. అంటే వీళ్ళకి భయం లేదు. There is no fear in them. Why? Because there are no controlling parents there. Parents are a big power, you know. Mother and father control us. But these people, they grew up in orphan institutions. And both of you are from Telangana, right?
Yes.
I am very happy. I am really touched by. And also, why I was asking your background? Because all of you have parents, right? All of they do some work. Somebody may be an officer, somebody may be a priest, somebody may be a shoemaker, somebody may be a laborer. And there is a stamp on that work. Saujanya was talking about aesthetics, beauty. Now tell me, is shoe beautiful or not? మనం కాళ్ళకి వేసుకునే చెప్పులు are our చెప్పులు beautiful or not? You like beautiful చెప్పులు or not? Right? You like. But why they should be left when you go to a temple? There is a training behind, right? So chappal should not go to temple. But God also has chappal. So there is a problem here. That is the reason why we are taking children of all castes based on our team's interview. We are not excluding any caste. So here, for 1 month, you know your background, but you are equal in every respect. Do you give me that promise?
Yes.
All of you are equal or not?
Yes.
You told your caste and you know that your parents do that work or this work or that work, but every work is human work. Therefore, respect. Secondly, when I said you have to mix boys and girls, the reason is so long as you are here, every girl and boy are equal. No boy can think that I am superior. If any boy does that, he will go. You understand me? Any boy thinks that he is superior to a girl, he will simply be sent out. And if any girl thinks that she is also superior to a particular boy, or a particular caste boy, or a particular tribe, she will also be sent. So what is the institutional norm here?
Both are equal.
What is the norm?
Both are.
But were you not taught in the classrooms anywhere to speak out? Your teachers did not like you speaking out? Were you used to speaking out or not? Or the teacher was doing only Tendulkar bat, only batting? Speak out. Though if you don't speak out, then there is a problem. That is called non-speaking out philosophy. Each one of you have a philosophy, as Soumya said, right? No speaking out. But that is not meant for you. Now you all should remember, this Phule Ambedkar Philosophical Center with English training is not run by government money, is not run by corporate money, is not run by money collected from others, but one Dalit family is spending family money to make you national thinkers. National thinkers, not just thinkers for your home or village or town or school or college. You have got to be national thinkers, national philosophers, national leaders. And then you came yesterday and today you started. By the time you leave this field, you have got to be completely different. You understand? That when you go back home, your parents, your relatives should start thinking, what happened to this girl? Or what happened to this boy? It's totally different. What is totally different? How many of you boys, are you understanding English when we are saying this? Because all of you spoken some English. How many of you boys swept your house with broom any time in your life? Lift hands. Did you understand what I said? This boy. You understand? Telugu vacha? What language? Oriya, no? So, we don't know Oriya. Did you ever sweep house at home?
झाड़ू
Did you clean your house?
झाड़ू लगाना
झाड़ू लगाया कभी घर में? हाँ? हर रोज? कभी कभी माम को फीवर आए तो लगाए क्या? कभी कभी करे? कुकिंग भी करते हैं ना? अच्छा, कभी तुम्हारा माँ का कपड़े धोए क्या? हाँ? कपड़े? How many of you washed your mother or sister's clothes?
No, boys.
No. How many of you did that? Boys, all the boys first? You didn't, all of you didn't, right? Only 3. And one boy is like this, that means he is trying to mislead me. Yeah? చేసిందా చేయలేదా అనుమానం. సో ఈజ్ నిజాం కాలేజా మరి ఇట్లా అంటున్నా నిజంగా చేసినావా లేకపోతే మీ అమ్మని అడుగుతాను. What about girls? How many of you virtually cooked food in your houses? So lot many of you have not cooked, right?
Virtually, and it's confusing for them.
yeah
No, virtually not online. Really cooked. Okay, so how many of the boys cooked at home? Okay, good. Now, the thing that you are expected to do here is, this center is not going to give you lectures. What they will do is, they will give you books. And some of you can't even read proper. There is a problem. Reading loud is a big work. Reading within ourselves is one thing, but you have to read loud. Then your pronunciation, your vocabulary level, your accent, all this. Gujarat boy has one accent, Oriya boy has another accent, Telangana has no accent. తెలంగాణకు సరిగా యాక్సెంట్ లేదు, అది ఏముంటుందో మనకు తెలియదు. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు కమ్ టు ఏ కామన్ యాక్సెంట్ లెవెల్ ఆల్సో. Now for that you have to watch, they will show you some films, some videos of learning accent. Because if you speak in any part of the country, they should understand. Or even in America, in Europe, they should understand you. You should learn within 1 month, that much. It's possible. Don't worry about it. Second thing is, you have to read and express your understanding to your own groups. So they have already selected 3 texts for you. One is Mahatma Phule's Gulamgiri. How many of you heard the name? Title of the book? What do you mean by Gulamgiri in English? Slavery. That was the first book written by an Indian Shudra thinkers. There were Brahmin thinkers earlier about slavery, Gulamgiri. So that is one book you have to completely read sentence to sentence by the time you go back. Then second one, you have Ambedkar's Annihilation of Caste. How many of you heard about the book? Annihilation. How many of you read it? Only one read. One, you read full or off? You read it? Okay, raise hand. See, be confident. When you raise hand, the whole world should look at your hand. Hand you must become very confident by the time you leave from here. That is one thing your parents should realize. What happened to this girl? She was so shy. Now she is arguing for everything. You have to do that. Right? Will you do that? Huh? Bhayapadtara? Yeah, don't do that. So you have to become confident. Then the third book, what you are saying, God as Political Philosopher, sections. That is, did any one of you hear about God as Political Philosopher? Okay, that's my book, which was my PhD thesis on Gautam Buddha's thought, political thought. That means you will read one thing about ancient India, Buddha and the other. Okay? Now, in your rooms, when you are back into your rooms, you have to practice. And there is a Satya syllabus. Satya syllabus is very tough. You know what is Satya syllabus? You have to get up by 5:30. There will be a bell. If you don't do that, he will not allow you to stay here. Then you will have to go for physical exercise. There is a master. He is paying for that. Because the idea is, all of you should become very strong. In our last batch, 35 girls, when they came, they were lean, lanky, and they were afraid of everything. While going back, they were threatening everybody. They became physically strong. Someone was not eating this, what is today's food?
Millet.
Millets. Did you like food? Millets. How many of you like millet food? Yeah?
Less. Sweet
Okay.
also.
How many of you eat meat? If given. Oh, you also eat meat, is it? In Tamil Nadu you eat meat? Yes. Yeah? Okay.
Sir, it's not like I break stereotypes, sir.
You learnt on your own. I mean, the family does not do that. Do Tamil Brahmins eat meat? Do they eat?
Sir, I broke the stereotypes.
Oh, good. I mean, so Satya, Amruta, you know, Chaitanya supervises your food. This millet food, meat, mutton, they don't give you beef because there is some discussion about it and all that. So he doesn't eat, therefore he is not giving us. They don't eat. So you will get good food, not of your choice. That is of Satya Amruta choice. So then did you like all this environment?
Yes, sir.
We are not keeping you in bungalows, in high-tech city and all that. You are in a village learning philosophy and English. Is it not strange? To learn English, we have to go to London normally. Gandhi went like that. All freedom fighters went to London. But we have come to Satya field. It is opposite. To learn English. And then to learn philosophy, you know where people used to go?
Ox.
Which is the country and city of great philosophy? JNU?
Germany.
Is it Delhi?
Germany, Greece.
Is Delhi a great philosophical center? No. Germany. Bonn University. Right? You know Hegel? Did you hear the name of Hegel? Yeah? So, no, we are not going to Bonn or Germany. We are coming to Satya Philosophical Center. Totally opposite. But this philosophy will change India. So how many of you are prepared to play national role, not just personal role, a national role? I want you to play a national role. How many of you are ready for that? Some of you are afraid. Hand is very low. You don't want?
We never
Yeah, what is your name?
International role, sir.
Varshi.
You want international role?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Varshi.
Yeah. So you have to eat a lot here. Eat well, become strong, raise your hands very strong. Even in raising hands there is politics, right? How do you raise your hand? So, and nobody is allowed to speak any other language except English. Even in your rooms, in your personal thing. You know, English can be learned very well when you abuse in English. You know, a lot of rich people talk only to dogs in English. Dog, come here, go there, come, go. And they have Chicky, Bucky, all kinds of German names, French names to dogs, but not to their children. So, kukkalaku English bhagavats anukuntaru. And do you know that the dog trainers use only English, not Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam. Dog trainers even in army use only English because dogs also can understand English better than any other language. So when dog can understand, why not we? Is it? So English is the easiest language. At least, you know, I come from a shepherd community called Kurma. in Gorlagasta. I was with sheep and goat. That ఉంది కదా. I went to school when I was in 8th year. The teacher came and asked, "You have not noticed what Soumya wrote there? That my mother said, if I send my sons to school, Devil Saraswati will kill them." Did you ever hear Saraswati being called devil? What is normally Saraswati? Goddess of? Goddess of what?
Education.
Education. But does Saraswati know how to write? Saraswati ki చదువొచ్చా? A woman, no woman could read and write in India. Right? So why my mother said that? And you know, when I was in class 1, 2, 3, in the night I used to get up and keep running, saying that, "Saraswati, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me." I used to take out the door and then go out, because I was dead scared of Saraswati. My grandmother also told, she will sit in somewhere there in the school and try to kill you, because you are a Shudra. She said only Brahmins and Banyas will be taught by Goddess Saraswati, not others. But then, how did I become a lecturer, reader, professor, wrote books? Is it because of Saraswati or no Saraswati? No, I wrote in English because Saraswati does not know English at all. She knows only Sanskrit, ignores. Because this is the problem in this country. We want you to teach English, not to do only a good job. You have to do a good job, but change this country. English and philosophy. Pule, Ambedkar, right? Periyar, Savitribai, even Gandhi you read, Nehru you read, but you have to read and fight. So the slogan that we gave for ourselves is, read, write and fight. How many of you so far wrote anything? Any one of you wrote an article to any magazine, college magazine, school or newspaper, any time in life? How many of you wrote? Oh, quite a few. Good. So your writing experience will be used. And then all those who have not experienced, did not start writing, you have to start here. Whatever you can write, you write in English. You write about your mother, you write about your family, you write about your orphan life, what it is. In 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, read out in the session, right? You have to read, write and fight. Read, write and fight. So this will be for 1 month, and because we want to take in lot of batches one after the other, train people. And those who use this, they will definitely. Now I want some of you to even go abroad. And like Kamala Harris, maybe try to become the President of America. You can go and settle down and do that. And there is one person who is trying to become Prime Minister of Britain now, from India. You know that? Who is he? Rishi Sunak. He has a lot of money. But you go with lot of knowledge. Okay? With money is not becoming. A better woman who has more knowledge is becoming there. Day after tomorrow the result will come on 5th. So this center is meant to rigorous training for early morning exercise, proper food, and then throughout the day you will have to work. Because what we want to train you is how you need to be habituated to work. And when you don't have some work, do some work in the field. Go and help the cooks. You dishwash. There is a food cart here. Food is given to poor people outside. Every morning they cook and take in the cart. It is called Buva Bandi. So 400 people eat with that, poor people. You can help that if you don't have work here. But you have to work from morning to evening. Sleeping only in the nights. No other method of thing. So lastly, we need to change this. How many of you are now ready to change this country to be very wealthy, equal, man and woman, no caste, no religious background, but everybody. There is a Muslim girl there. Yeah? And you have come to learn. In the last batch, there was one Muslim girl. You put her video. She was explaining about Ambedkar idea of social revolution from reading Annihilation of Caste. Remarkable. I have not seen a girl of that age to understand Ambedkar so well. So there is no religion bar here. So lastly, we have a problem. This nation, this country, all governments, all parties have their own preferences. So we have chosen Buddha, we have chosen Phule, Savitribai, Ambedkar, Periyar. How popular is Periyar in Tamil Nadu? Tamil Nadu. Periyar, is he very popular?
Yes, sir.
How?
Fighting for rules.
What did he do?
So fighting for women equality.
He fought for women equality.
Yes, sir, and anti-caste.
Okay, women and anti-caste. So Periyar and Kerala you have Narayan Guru, right? And in who is from Haryana?
Yes.
Yeah, is there a social reformer there? Yeah. Okay. What do you think about the Arya Samaj leader? What is his name? Dayanand Saraswati is from Haryana? Punjab, Haryana, no? Yeah, he is from Punjab. Old Haryana, Punjab together. But there is no famous known social reformer in Haryana area. There is somebody from Punjab.
Harshit.
Yeah. Do you know any famous social reformer there? Social reformer. Do you know something about Guru Nanak?
Yeah, I know.
And
Adi Dharma.
Manikant, what is his name? Adi Dharma.
Manguram, right?
Mangura.
Manguram.
You know Mangura?
I
Who was the one who invited Ambedkar to give a lecture? He established what is known as Jat Path Todak Mandal.
have read about him, but
Yeah. He's a very, very remarkable man. He was a very scientific fellow. Then from Orissa, is there any social reformer, you know? ये समाज को बदलने के लिए उड़ीसा में कोई था?
Bimo Bhai.
कोई था क्या वैसा? Any leader?
Bimo Boy. Bimo Boy.
भीमो भाई, तुमको मालूम है? अच्छा, तो मुर्मू के बारे में? द्रौपदी मुर्मू बहुत, I like her a lot. अच्छी है ना? ट्राइबल द्रौपदी है. So, Draupadi name is not generally put no to girls. Anybody you know Draupadi in your circles? Only tribals could have that name. Because why Draupadi name is not there, but Sita name is everywhere. ద్రౌపది పేరు ఎందుకు పెట్టుకోరు, సీత పేరు ఎందుకు పెట్టుకోరు? వై ద్రౌపది is was she a bad woman? Was Draupadi very bad? Yeah. How many of you think that Draupadi was great? No idea? Okay. So, no, she had 5 husbands. Tribals had that kind of things in ancient India. But she was independent and all that. So, but lot of people have Krishna name. You know how many wives Krishna has? Huh? How many wives Krishna has? You don't know? Recently Krishna birthday was there, no? How many wives Krishna has? Can you tell me?
Officially 8.
Huh?
Officially 16.
No, Krishna had officially, legally married 8 wives, right? Then plus 16,000 gopikas. But even then his name is there everywhere. Many men, Krishna. In every house Krishna's Bomma is there, statue is there. And why not Draupadi? He has 8, she has only 5. Right? So what is the problem? The problem is this. The problem is training of the mind. So you have to go completely change. That is the reason why somewhere this we all should work. I was working from 15th January till today, and this Tamudu, he is Tamudu for everybody. Everyone is Anna for him. He was working with me. See, we don't know who were the fathers and mothers of Indian democracy. So we thought this center or we should list out fathers and mothers of Indian democracy. Which country of the world listed out the fathers of their democracy? Founding fathers. Which country? You have any idea? No idea? Which is the oldest written constitution democracy in the world? America. Who is the founding father of America? No idea?
You all know. Speak it. The first one, yeah.
Alexander.
No, Thomas.
Look at the tragedy of our schools. Our schools have not taught you this basic thing. It was George Washington to start with, but they have 7. So what we did is we have listed 8 people as fathers and mothers. And we have written a solid article which is coming out in India Foundation.
India Forum.
Now, India Forum. Now, I'll tell you the names, write down. And you have to know fully about them by the time you go from here. You read on your own, on your phones. Number 1, we listed Gandhi. Number 2, Ambedkar. Number 3, Nehru. Number 4, Sardar Patel. Number 5, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur. How many of you heard this name? Can you tell me about something about Rajkumari Amrit Kaur? The last bench. Come here.
When India got independence, he was first health minister.
She was the first cabinet woman minister, right?
Health ministry.
Yeah. What else?
She also contributed this financial support in establishing games in that.
Very good. So you will understand about Rajkumar Amrit Kaur. 6, na? How many of them?
5.
5. Then the 6th one is Maulana Azad, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. How many of you heard about him?
First education.
First education minister.
Yes. 6th one is Jaipal Singh Mundu.
Munda. Yep.
Jaipal Singh Munda. How many of you heard about Jaipal Singh Munda? None? You heard about him? What was he?
Football.
Football or hockey?
Hockey.
He was the first tribal Oxford educated man from Jharkhand, and the captain of first hockey player, the tribal member of Constituent Assembly, and he was responsible for tribals remaining in India, the entire Northeast. So, what is his name?
Jaipal Singh.
Yeah, the last one is Dakshinayani Velayudan.
Dakshayani.
Dakshinayani Velayudan. Did you ever hear her name?
Dakshayani.
First Dalit woman who fought for independence.
First Dalit woman who fought for, very good. She was the first Dalit woman from Kerala to wear jacket. And so these 8 people we called founding fathers and mothers of India. And we listed out their caste also. Gandhi comes from Baniya caste, right? You know Baniya Vaishya? Then Ambedkar, what is his caste? Dalit. Right? Nehru? Brahmin. Sardar Patel? Gujarat? What is he? What is his caste?
सर गुजरात में वो कास्ट बिजनेस में मतलब बनिया में आती है
नहीं।
अदर स्टेट में सूत्रा में आती है
देखिए, यहाँ सीख लेके जाना है आप गुजरात के बारे में। उन्हें पाटीदार पटेल कम्युनिटी से आते हैं, सो शूद्रा है। द ओनली शूद्रा लीडर।
पटेल कम्युनिटी गुजरात में जनरल कैटेगरी।
हाँ, तो वो तो रिजर्वेशन में नहीं है, वो शूद्रा है, वो शूद्रा ही है। सरदार पटेल तो शूद्रा है। मौलाना आज़ाद मुस्लिम, and then Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, she was a Jat Sikh Christian woman. Now people don't know that she was a Christian. Her father took Christianity. He was a prince and king. She was the first woman to go to Oxford and study and come back and join. She never married. An excellent philosophical person. And she was the one who established all our health institutions. Prime Minister from Red Fort did not tell any woman's name. So we are now trying to. So Rajkumar Amrit Kaur is unbelievably greater than Sarojini Naidu. And great international expert. She was the one who coordinated between Gandhi and international institutions. Then Jaipal Singh Munda, who was not only a hockey player, who was a great debater. In Constituent Assembly, even I was surprised when I read. In Constituent Assembly, once Jaipal Singh stood up, everyone heard with attention. Like Ambedkar, and he was Oxford English educated. And lastly, Dakshinayani Velayudan was Kerala English educated. All of them were English educated. There was no Gujarati educated like Modi ji or Amit Shah ji and could establish democracy in India. It was not possible. Democracy became a system because of English education. So now we are giving you English, you know English, but with a new philosophy you will go back. So some of you can be Rajkumari Amrit Kaurs, some of you can be Velayudhans, some of you can be Gandhis, Nehrus. Now when I say Gandhi, you should start removing the shirt and then start. Don't do that. Wear better shirts and better pants, no problem. But there are every caste in that, every community in the list. And unlike America, we have fathers and mothers. In American founding fathers, there are no mothers, only 7 men. So what we need to do is, from now onwards, you will go to your states, spread the philosophy of Phule, Ambedkar and all of these people. We don't believe in any, maltreating anybody. We don't agree. I don't agree with Gandhi. I don't agree with Nehru. I don't agree with Maulana Azad. But they have played that role. I have to recognize. A congressman does not recognize some other man. A BJP man does not recognize some other woman. Nobody recognizes woman. Right? So you have to be the agents of these philosophical grounds. So within next month, you have to be fully equipped, be ready mentally, don't be afraid, everything will be absolutely easy. So you have to read, write and fight and go, okay? So how many of you are willing to take this oath that you will go back with a changed person from here? Okay, you stand up and take a pledge.
And we guys.
Yeah, we the Indian citizens, men and women, have gathered here in Phule Ambedkar Philosophical Center to learn the philosophy of equality of Buddha, of Phule, of Savitribai, of Ambedkar, and also our founding fathers and mothers of India. And we will work for the stabilization, sustenance of this democracy and the constitution and the flag. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.